Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. I'm back with maybe the last of my Pulse Subdivision videos for a while, but I couldn't let it go without talking about swing. Swing is essentially a triplet subdivision of the beat, although there's a lot more to it than that. So let's dive in. You want to get in an argument on the bandstand with your buddies, you can bring up two topics musically. One is the clave. Everyone's going to have an opinion. They're all going to be different. It's a whole other discussion. But swing is another one because everyone's feel about swing is different. And that's reflected in our DAW tools as well. We've all seen quantization features that allow us to quantize in swing that include things like percentages. Well, let's talk a little bit about it, maybe take a look at some examples. So let's start with this little jazz cadence piece that I've prepared. And what we're looking at on the screen is the drum part. Let's listen. We'll talk about it. I think almost everybody would agree this swings a bit. The piano and bass are essentially playing quarter notes right on accurately on the downbeat of each beat. However, the drums have a lot of eighth notes, and those eighth notes have been swung. Let's take a look at what I mean. So if I just select all of these notes here and go over to my quantization settings, I can set it to eighth note and then set a swing percentage. 0% means those are strict duple subdivisions of the beat. Listen to what this sounds like now. These are strict eighth notes exactly halfway through the beat. Whole different feel. Radically different, right? Let's sneak in the swing percentage. You'll start to hear it at around 50%. You hear it there, don't you, at 60? I like a 70-75% swing. This is not, strictly speaking, a triplet division of the beat, right? And then all the way over to 100%. This is what's called a hard swing. It's actually possible to go harder. We've divided each beat in 3 equal parts, and the first eighth note is living on the first of the divisions. Nothing is on the second. And the second eighth note is living on the third of the divisions. Hard swing, 100%, dividing the beat in 3. Take a look at this little thing that I've done here. I think it's a good way to visualize it. So I've grabbed the Sonic Couture's Moon kits and used their polybeats function to divide the measure into 8 equal bits. The kick, pedal hat, and ride are all divided in 8 equal bits. And that basically means we've got a very strict, even division of each beat in 2. Listen to this pulse. Very square and steady. And you can see I've got a kick on the downbeat. There's nothing on the and of 1, nothing on 2, nothing on the and of 2, kick on the downbeat of 3, etc. Hat on 2, hat on 4, ride 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Very straightforward. Now, exactly that same rhythm, but swung, I created a completely different instance of the instrument, and I took that same polybeat engine and I said 12 steps in the measure. What that means is downbeat of beat 1 is here. You can see it. Downbeat of beat 2 is here. Here the hi-hat is on beat 2. In other words, 3 divisions for each. And the ride cymbal also 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. But it sounds different because the division of the beat is a triplet. This is a hard swing. Exactly 3 divisions of the beat for each. that's kind of not enough for us, isn't it? Because the hard division of the beat is boring. Do you find it a little rigid? It's totally rigid. There's no question about it. Let's go back to our drum track here. Now, I want you just to, this is not a terribly complicated idea, but listen to the subtlety of the change in the feel, the drums, as we go down from 100% towards 70 and 60. Everybody's going to say, no, that's perfect, no, that's perfect, no, that's... Everyone's going to have a different opinion about this. Hard swing. Do you feel it looser here? There's a little more room for the piano. And that looseness, super fun for the instrumentalists. A little more looseness in the swing gives more open-ended energy for your soloists, for your arrangers, for almost everyone involved. Swing is not just a triple division of the beat. It's a flexible idea that says, I'm going to take that second eighth note and I'm going to move it towards that third division, the triplet division, but it maybe doesn't go all the way. When jazz was in its infancy and music publishers were trying to notate songs that were incredibly popular, they had a hard time deciding how to do it. And you'll see old jazz publications notated with dotted 8th, 16th rhythms. In other words, they were dividing the beat in 4 equal parts and saying the first eighth note is here, the second eighth note is there. Bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's a hard, almost ragtime feel. Nobody does that really anymore. By the same token, hardly anybody does the triplet thing either, where you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's always a little adjusted back towards the duple division of the beat. Almost everybody I know plays that way. I'm actually moving towards strict duple and quadruple and quintuplet divisions of the beat myself. I don't hardly ever do triplet divisions of the beat exactly anymore, unless I'm doing a run of triplets when I'm playing jazz and improvising like that. It's a very interesting, subtle thing. And as you become aware of it in your own playing and composing, notice what percentage of swing feels right to you. Because everybody's going to have a different opinion and a different sort of solution to this challenge. It is one of the most fascinating aspects of subdivision because it's not strictly mathematical. It's fun to have a subjective subdivision. That's what we should call this video, subjective subdivision. I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.